GDP grew by 0.8% in the December quarter to be 2.8% higher over the year. That's just slightly higher than what was the consensus forecast of around 0.7 for the December quarter. We need to do better. It means for the year we had 2.8% growth. You need trend growth or better of 3 to 3.25% to start to get unemployment down. And that is a core focus of what we're trying to achieve. About 2/3 of the growth in the December quarter came from net exports, and the volume of exports are rising and the volume of imports are falling. That's a reflection of the transition in the Australian economy. The big mining equipment is no longer coming in because the production phase of the resources boom is nearing completion, and we are now into the export, the production and export. So the construction is coming to an end, the production is now occurring. As you can see, the December quarter numbers, new building investment is down 2.3%, new engineering construction down 1.5%, new machinery and equipment investment is down 8.2% in the quarter. That's pretty much as expected. And I'll say again, the construction of the resource and mining industry is coming off, the big equipment's coming off. Now we're into the production and export phase. So what you can see out of the national accounts is that there are some positive signs. Spending on goods and services by households was up 0.8% in the quarter, and what you saw was a decrease in the amount of savings that households had, below 10% for the first time in some time. Now, that is a good trend. It's a positive trend, and we've also had other data that would suggest that household consumption is improving. Construction of dwellings was up 1% in the quarter, but looking forward, there is a very significant pipeline building of construction in housing, and that's as well going to spur, hopefully, some better numbers during the course of the year. Even though in the December quarter iron ore prices held up and the terms of trade are good, the fact is that iron ore and coal prices have been falling since December. So more recent data would suggest that there has been a bit of a drop-off in nominal growth, which can affect revenue. So what do we do now? Well, the transition in the economy is unquestionably continuing at pace, as expected. The best thing that we can do is grease the wheels of this transition. And the best way to do that is to remove the taxes that are impediments, such as the carbon tax and the mining tax. And we've got to get rid of the regulation that holds back businesses. We've got to free up enterprise to allow this transition to occur in a smoother and hopefully more rapid way to the benefit of the non-mining sector. Now, everything we have in place is directed at that. We are focused on trying to free up enterprise, removing the shackles of taxes, removing the shackles of regulation, getting in place entities like the Australian Building and Construction Commission, which can deal with some of what appear to be the embedded poor work practices on construction sites, particularly in the non-mining sectors around Australia. We've also got room to move in making sure that in the budget we have a transition from expenditure in some of the more traditional areas of government, where we can, focusing on expenditure in more productive areas of the economy, particularly in infrastructure and new productive infrastructure. So this transition is obvious. It's been obvious for years. It will continue. It will cause some strains in the Australian economy. But overall, I remain positive about the outlook for the Australian economy, and the trends revealed today indicate we're heading in the right direction.